The door slammed shut behind me with a finality that echoed through the rainy Seattle night, my father's voice still ringing in my ears. "You're no daughter of mine if you choose this abomination." My backpack, hastily stuffed with whatever clothes I could grab, felt like lead on my shoulders as I stood on the porch, the cold downpour soaking me instantly. At 19 I had just confessed my love for Sarah, my high school sweetheart. And now I was homeless, my world shattered in one explosive argument. I wandered the streets for hours, my mind a whirlwind of regret and defiance. Why did I have to tell them? The question looped endlessly in my head. My mother had stood there, tears streaming down her face, but she didn't stop him. She just whispered, "Lila, why couldn't you be normal?" Normal. That word cut deeper than the rain. I had always known I was different. Felt it in the way my heart raced when Sarah smiled at me. But I thought my family would understand. After all, we were the perfect suburban unit: church on Sundays, barbecues with neighbors, the facade of harmony. But underneath, the cracks were there, waiting for my truth to pry them open. By dawn, exhaustion forced me into a homeless shelter downtown. The place smelled of stale coffee and desperation, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead like angry bees. A stern-faced woman at the intake desk eyed me suspiciously. "Reason for homelessness?" she asked, pin-poised. I hesitated, my throat tight. "Family kicked me out," I muttered. She didn't press, just handed me a form and pointed to a cot in the corner. As I lay there, staring at the cracked ceiling, I replayed the scene. Sarah's kiss in the park, caught by my brother who ratted me out. The betrayal stung. He was supposed to be my ally, but blood ties meant more than my happiness. Was I wrong to love her? The doubt gnawed at me, mixing with anger. Society preached acceptance, but in my home it was sin. Days blurred into a monotonous haze. The shelter was a microcosm of broken lives. Addicts mumbling to themselves, single mothers rocking crying babies, and me, the wide-eyed teen grappling with her identity. I avoided eye contact, kept to myself, but the whispers followed. "That girl's one of them," someone sneered one night. I pulled my blanket higher, pretending not to hear. Inside, a storm raged. How could love be so wrong? My parents raised me on Bible verses, but none spoke of this ache in my chest. I missed Sarah, but she ghosted me after the fallout, too scared of her own family's reaction. Alone, I questioned everything. Was this the price of authenticity? One evening during dinner, watery soup and day-old bread. A new face appeared. Jocelyn strode in like she owned the place, her cowboy boots clicking against the linoleum. She was older, maybe mid-20s, with a rugged charm that turned heads. Her plaid shirt hugged her frame, and her eyes scanned the room with quiet authority. She volunteered here, I learned, dishing out food with a smile that lit up the gloom. When she handed me a bowl, our fingers brushed and something sparked. "Rough day?" she asked, her voice warm like Texas sun. I nodded, unable to speak. Little did I know this cowgirl would upend my life. As weeks passed, Jocelyn became my anchor. She'd sit with me after shifts, sharing stories of her ranch life back in Montana. "Ran away from home at 16, she confessed one night, her blue eyes distant. "Folks couldn't handle me loving women." Her words hit like a punch. She understood the isolation, the self-doubt. We talked for hours, her laughter cutting through my despair. But guilt crept in. Was I betraying my family by finding solace here? They called once, my mother sobbing, begging me to pray it away. I hung up, heartbreaking. Jocelyn saw the pain. "You can't change who you are, Lila," she said softly. Her hand on my shoulder felt like home. The tension built when a social worker suggested family reconciliation. "They're willing to talk," she said. My stomach twisted. Part of me yearned for forgiveness, but another rebelled. Jocelyn urged caution. "Don't go back if it means hiding." Her advice lingered as I dialed home. The conversation was a minefield: accusations, tears, ultimatums. "Come back straight," my father demanded. I refused, and the line went dead. That night, in the shelter's dim light, Jocelyn held me as I cried. Our connection deepened, a forbidden spark in the chaos. But society loomed, judging eyes everywhere. Was this worth the exile? Conflicts escalated. A fellow resident, a devout man named Earl, overheard our talks and confronted me. "You're poisoning this place with your sin," he shouted, drawing a crowd. Jocelyn stepped in, her voice steady. Love ain't sin, buddy. The standoff was electric, words flying like daggers. I stood frozen, inner turmoil raging. Defend myself or shrink? I chose to speak. I'm not broken, I declared, voice trembling. The room fell silent. Jocelyn's proud smile fueled me, but the backlash isolated us further. Whispers turned to glares, and I wondered if visibility was a curse. One fateful day, Jocelyn offered escape. Come to my ranch, she said. Start fresh. The idea terrified and thrilled me. Leaving Seattle meant abandoning any hope of family reconciliation, but staying meant suffocation. As I packed, doubts assaulted. Was I running from problems or toward freedom? The bus ride to Montana was a blur of introspection. Jocelyn met me at the station, her truck dusty from ranch work. Welcome home, she grinned. But home? My real one rejected me. The internal battle intensified. Loyalty versus self-love. Arriving at the ranch, vast fields stretched under endless sky. Jocelyn's world was raw, untamed. She showed me the ropes. Feeding horses, mending fences. Physical labor distracted from mental anguish, but nights brought demons. I dreamed of my parents' disappointment, waking in sweat. Jocelyn comforted, her presence a balm. Our bond grew, tentative touches speaking volumes. Yet morality nagged. Was this ethical, falling for my savior? Society's voice echoed. Abnormal, wrong. I pushed back, embracing the truth. But at what cost? The ranch became my sanctuary, but shadows of the past lingered. Morning started with coffee on the porch, Jocelyn's easy banter easing my anxiety. You're stronger than you think, she'd say, her eyes locking on mine with an intensity that made my pulse race. I helped with chores, my hands blistering from hay bales, but the pain was grounding. Inside, though, the war continued. Did I deserve this peace after shattering my family? Letters from home arrived sporadically. Pleas from mom, silence from dad. Each one reopened wounds. We miss you, but change, one read. Change? As if my heart was a switch. Jocelyn shared her scars too. Over campfire dinners, she recounted her exodus. Discovering her sexuality in a conservative town, the beatings from her brother, the church's exorcism attempts. They called it tough love, she scoffed, but her voice cracked. I saw the damage, trust issues, walls built high. Our vulnerabilities intertwined, creating a fragile intimacy. One evening, as stars blanketed the sky, she admitted, "You're the first I've let in since." Her confession stirred something deep, a mix of fear and longing. But ethics clashed. Was I using her to heal? Society's reach extended even here. Neighbors gossiped about that queer rancher. Jocelyn shrugged it off, but I saw the toll. A local store owner refused service once, muttering slurs. Get out, freaks. The humiliation burned. Back at the ranch, I raged internally. Why must love invite hate? Jocelyn calmed me, but her own anger simmered. We've got each other, she said. Yet doubt crept. Was isolation the price? I called Sarah impulsively, seeking closure. She answered hesitantly. Lila, I'm engaged to a guy. The betrayal hit hard. She chose safety over us. Tears flowed as I hung up. Jocelyn found me, her embrace silent understanding. Tensions mounted when my family tracked me down. A surprise visit. Mom and Dad at the gate, faces etched with judgment. This is where you've run to? With her. Dad spat, eyeing Jocelyn. The confrontation was brutal. Accusations flew, brainwashing, sin, ruin. Mom begged. Come home, fix this. I stood between worlds, heart tearing. I am fixed, I countered. Jocelyn defended. She's free here. Dad's face reddened. You're destroying her soul. The standoff ended with them leaving, disowning me fully. Alone with Jocelyn, guilt overwhelmed. Had I chosen wrong? The aftermath was a spiral. I withdrew, questioning my decisions. Jocelyn gave space, but her patience frayed. Fight for us, she urged one night. Us? The word electrified. Our connection had evolved, unspoken feelings bubbling. But morality haunted. Betray family for love? Society screamed no. A town meeting amplified the pressure. Rumors of deviance sparking debates. Jocelyn spoke up, advocating acceptance. I watched, pride swelling but fear gripped. Exposure meant danger. A betrayal shattered our bubble. Jocelyn's ex, Mia, appeared unannounced. Bitter from their breakup, she spewed venom. She's using you, Lila. Just like she used me. Doubt seeded. Was Jocelyn's kindness a facade? Confrontation ensued. Is it true? I demanded. Jocelyn admitted past mistakes. Running from commitments. But you're different. Hurt, I stormed out wandering fields. Inner monologue raged. Trust or flee. The ranch felt tainted. Reconciliation attempts failed initially. Mia lingered, stirring trouble, spreading lies in town. Jocelyn fought back, but damage done. Isolation deepened. I pondered returning home, sacrificing self for peace. But Jocelyn's plea stopped me. Don't let them win. Her vulnerability cracked my resolve. We talked through nights, unpacking traumas. Bonds strengthened amid chaos. Yet the cost: lost friends, strained community ties. High drama peaked at a family intervention. My brother arrived, allied with parents. We're taking you back. Forceful, they cornered me. Jocelyn intervened, a fierce protector. She stays. The clash was verbal warfare, morals, faith, love debated. I chose. I'm staying. They left defeated, but victory tasted bitter. Had I burned bridges forever? Awakening followed. Jocelyn and I navigated new dynamics, our relationship blooming cautiously. Touches lingered, conversations deepened. But society pushed back. A vandalized barn, slurs painted red. Fear mounted. Was love worth peril? We reported, but authorities dismissed. Resilience grew, but at what price? Internal conflicts resolved slowly. I journaled, processing. Family's love conditional, mine unconditional. Jocelyn mirrored, her strength inspiring. Together we faced prejudices, small acts of defiance building courage. As months turned to seasons, the ranch transformed from refuge to battleground. Jocelyn's determination clashed with my lingering doubts. We can build a life here, she insisted during a heated discussion. But whispers of discontent grew. Townfolk boycotted her business, sales plummeting. It's because of us, I fretted inwardly. The guilt was suffocating. My presence amplified her struggles. She brushed it off, but I saw the strain. Late nights poring over books, worry lines deepening. A moral dilemma arose when an old friend from Seattle visited. Emily, once supportive, now preached conversion. There's therapy for this, she said, eyes pleading. The conversation unearthed buried insecurities. Was I deluded? Jocelyn overheard, fury igniting. Get out, she snapped. Emily left, but seeds of discord planted. Alone I wrestled. Conform or rebel? Society's norms tempted, promising normalcy. But Jocelyn's touch reminded. This was real. Betrayal struck again via my brother. He leaked our location online, sparking hate mail. Sinners burn, one read. Panic set in. Jocelyn fortified the ranch, installing cameras, her protectiveness fierce. I'll keep you safe. But fear eroded trust. I accused her of control. You're trapping me. Words wounded. She retreated, hurt evident. Reflection hit. My projections stemmed from family trauma. Apologies mended, but scars remained. Social pressures intensified at a community fair. We attended defiantly, holding hands. Stairs burned, murmurs rose. A confrontation with the mayor. This ain't the place for your kind. Jocelyn retorted. Love's universal. The exchange went viral locally, dividing opinions. Supporters emerged, quiet allies, but opponents mobilized. Protests at the ranch gates. Signs decrying immorality. Inside we huddled, debating flight. Stand or fold? Jocelyn asked. I chose stand, but terror gripped. What if violence escalated? Damage came in waves. A fire in the barn, arson suspected. Horses panicked, Jocelyn risking life to save them. Hospitalized with burns, she whispered. Worth it for you. Guilt crushed. My choices endangered her. Visiting, tears flowed. I'm sorry. She smiled weakly. We're in this. Recovery bonded us, but questions loomed. Sacrifice everything for love? Awakening dawned through therapy. I sought help secretly, unpacking childhood indoctrination. Sessions revealed. Internalized homophobia fueled doubts. Jocelyn joined, sharing her journey. Progress slow but enlightening. Society's chains loosened. Conflicts reignited with family outreach. Dad emailed. Repent, return. Temptation flickered. End the pain. But Jocelyn's plea, choose happiness. The decision tore. Loyalty versus self. I replied no, severing ties. Liberation mixed with grief. High stakes played out in court. Arson charges filed, trial exposing prejudices. We testified, vulnerabilities bare. Love isn't crime, I stated. Jury sympathized, convicting the perpetrator. Victory bittersweet. Community fractured. Post-trial we rebuilt. Jocelyn proposed partnership. Ranch co-ownership. Our future. Acceptance warmed but fears lingered. Sustainable? External validation sought through activism. We spoke at events sharing stories. Empowerment surged but backlash persisted. Internal monologues evolved. From victim to warrior. Jocelyn mirrored, her resilience contagious. Together we navigated mists of doubt. Rebuilding the ranch tested our mettle. Scorched earth symbolized our trials but we planted anew. Jocelyn's optimism clashed with my caution. We'll thrive, she declared. Doubts whispered, at what cost? Financial strain mounted. Debts from repairs. I took a job in town facing daily microaggressions. That rancher's girl, they'd sneer. Inner strength grew but exhaustion weighed. A new conflict. Jocelyn's hidden past surfaced. Letters from Mia revealed old debts, emotional and financial. She owes me, Mia claimed, threatening exposure. Confrontation brewed. Why hide? I demanded. Jocelyn confessed. Fear of loss. Trust fractured momentarily. Forgive, she begged. Reflection. Everyone has skeletons. We resolved but wariness lingered. Society's mirror reflected harshly at a pride event. We attended seeking solidarity. Cheers mixed with jeers. A family similar to mine approached. How did you survive disownment? Sharing stories healed but triggered memories. Home called faintly. Jocelyn noticed. Regrets. No, but the pull was real. Betrayal from within. A ranch hand once loyal quit citing moral differences. Sabotage suspected, tools missing. Paranoia set in. Jocelyn fired up. We'll manage alone. Isolation deepened but intimacy flourished. Quiet evenings dissected choices. Right or reckless. Damage assessment. Emotional toll visible. Jocelyn's nightmares returned, past abuses. I comforted, roles reversing. You're my rock. Bonds solidified amid adversity. Awakening through community. We joined support groups, voices amplifying. Stories of others mirrored ours, rejections, redemptions. Perspective shifted. Not alone. High drama at a reconciliation attempt. Mom visited alone, remorseful. I was wrong. Tears flowed. But conditions. Leave her. Ultimatum rejected. Love includes her. She left conflicted. Heartache fresh. Partial acceptance insufficient. Moral quandaries peaked. A young girl from town sought advice. I'm like you. Guiding her risked exposure. We did, empowering but dangerous. Parents confronted. Corrupting youth. Standoff tense. Truth sets free, Jocelyn argued. Victory. Girl found courage. Internal evolution. From doubt to conviction. Jocelyn's growth paralleled. Embracing vulnerability. As the ranch flourished anew, challenges persisted but resolve hardened. Jocelyn's proposals grew bolder. Marry me. The question hung. Exhilarating yet terrifying. Society's barriers loomed, legal, social. Ready. I pondered. Affirmative but with caveats. Family void ached. Final betrayal. Dad's health scare. Brother called. Come see him. Trap suspected. Went alone confronting past. Bedside, Dad whispered regret. Forgive. Partial reconciliation. Acceptance tentative. Return to Jocelyn conflicted. They want me back changed. She understood. Choose wisely. Climax. Town hall debate on equality. We spoke, passions ignited. Opponents railed, supporters rallied. Personal attacks flew. Stood firm. Love conquers. Aftermath. Alliances formed, prejudices chipped. Damage repaired slowly. Family visits increased, boundaries set. Jocelyn integrated cautiously. Tensions eased but scars permanent. Ultimate awakening. Self-worth independent. Jocelyn echoed. We're enough. In the end, choices defined us, sacrifices for authenticity. But was betraying family roots for personal love the righteous path? Or the ultimate moral failing?